Hi, this is Clint Stonebreaker, Executive Director of the Insight Program, and today we're going to talk about letting go. Anybody who's spent any time in any kind of 12-step recovery program, be it AA or NA or CA, particularly Al-Anon or any other parent group or spouse group, has heard the term letting go. Now, letting go can mean a lot of different things depending on who's saying it and depending on the listener. Letting go may mean something different to a wife or a husband of an addict or alcoholic than it does to the parent of an addict or alcoholic. Today I want to focus on letting go as a parent because I think that's really, really important and can be very difficult because of the emotional intensity involved in the relationship between a parent and a child with a drug or alcohol problem. Now, in some situations, because a parent's been hurt so badly or has been through a situation of trying to help their child so many times, letting go can look like withholding of affection because the hurt is still fresh. And when we're hurt, we have a tendency to act out angrily. Some people demonstrate their hurt by being cold or shut off. And even though we have the tendency to do that, it's important to be able to take a step back and deal with our feelings before taking any kind of action. Some people misinterpret letting go as looking the other way. They may have a permissive attitude towards their child's behavior and think that either it will play out or somehow they will grow out of whatever situation they're going in. These are the two extremes when defining what letting go actually is. In reality, true letting go involves a process of clarifying priorities, learning how to respond, and expressing love positively. So let's talk about love for a second. A great definition that I ran across of love came from Bishop Robert Barron, who said, love is truly wanting what is best for another person and then correctly doing something about it. In other words, the demonstration of love isn't always pretty. Sometimes it involves making some decisions and taking some actions that the other person doesn't like. For an addict or an alcoholic who's in the throes of their disease, the last thing in the world that they want to do is to stop using. That's where their relief is coming from. In reality, however, their behavior is both destroying the relationship that they have with those that they love and destroying their life. So for a parent in that situation, to not establish some boundaries, to not establish some walls, is actually permissive and not very loving. When a parent or a loved one can say without equivocation, we cannot continue to live this way, at that point they've actually demonstrated love and put their child in a position to be able to make some significant changes. A loving act like that is reinforced when a clear plan is laid out. In other words, it's not just a simple reaction to emotions. There's a concrete plan combined with a calm communication of this is no longer acceptable, this is no longer okay. Sometimes when people try to demonstrate what's often understood as tough love, they remember the tough and forget the love. This can be problematic because, as Carl Buehner said, people don't necessarily remember what you say. They will always remember how you make them feel. So an emotionally sick addict or alcoholic will feel the love that comes from the wall that's established more so than they'll hear the actual words. Often when you hear stories about addicts or alcoholics who were either asked to leave or paid some kind of consequence for their drug and alcohol abuse before they got sober, the thing that they will always convey is that they knew that the person that was establishing the boundary with them loved them. That goes a long way. So if either you're a parent who's struggling with a child who's still using, or you're someone who's working with another parent who's struggling in the same way, remember that message. Letting go has to be with love in order for it to be effective. Anything else leaves the person who you're trying to initiate a change with feeling lost, alone, and unloved.